7 Stones. Or How to Design. Modern Design. Or Designing with Principles. The origin of 7 Stones started when I was a student at the University of Washington in Seattle. The assignment was to choose and arrange 7 stones and then to present your project. This came from a project from Arthur Erickson, who is an architect and teacher up in British Columbia. He taught that all projects start with an idea. And it's the designer's job to execute that idea well. In a Zen way, 7 Stones breaks down preconceived notions and lets students cut to what is truly valuable about creative process. Modernism was a reaction to empirical science, a mapping of the world into mathematical, conceptual, and geometric structures. Design was seen as using principles to visually problem solve. Some of the visual design principles may include symmetry, asymmetry, geometry, shapes, rhythms, grids, colors, and spatial concepts. Technical education like science and technology teaches there is a correct answer. Students come out of school thinking they can solve any problem. What is learned from 7 Stones is that there is no correct answer and there is no correct process of design. There are a lot of good answers and good processes, but no one absolute correct response. This is liberating in a way, as it opens up the design to endless possibilities. In another way, design is intensely difficult because it constantly searches for an elusive solution. Postmodern design. Or designing with concepts. Postmodernism was also taught in school when I was there. It's a negative reaction to modernism. Modernism focused on materialism and objectifying the world. Postmodernism reacted against this by focusing on cultural interactions, language, social ideas, and communication. Some visual design ideas are using concepts as a form of communication, but not necessarily associated with problem solving. Narratives can be developed through stories and storytelling. Interpretations of language or misinterpretations of language can take place. And user experiences can take place where the user is engaged with the design. The design can then be experiential, where people experience the design directly. Postmodern education teaches that everything is just ideas. Everything is language and communication and interpretation of that language. Students come out of school thinking there is no real truth, just socially constructed ideas and personal interpretations of those ideas. In a way, modernism and postmodernism balance each other out and become good tools in the design process. From the 7 Stones exercise, the student comes out of school with a greater perspective. Everything is designed, and the designer leaves their thought process embedded in the design. Designers have a great responsibility, both to think well and to implement their ideas well. Lazy thinking is bad. Good design is always searching beyond current limitations to come up with even better ideas. In the end, 7 Stones asks more questions than it answers. A designer can then spend the rest of their career searching for those answers.